Hello. Happy Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. Yeah, so we are in the middle of the week, and I still don't know what's going on this weekend, but we will play it by ear. How are you all doing today? Judgment Giraffe? Myself? Well, I had a surprise larger lunch today. Yeah, went to some people at work went and picked up Chinese food, and so I had myself some nice asparagus, shrimp, and fried rice, and it was very nice. And I have not eaten anything since. But now that we're home, I've watched some episodes of The Detective Is Already Dead. Have some thoughts. Got one episode left, and I think I might have undersold how many episodes I would have to watch to cover Volume 1. But we will talk about that more tomorrow. For now, we have Enigma of Fear, which we'll see how much I remember. I do kind of remember where we should be going at this point. And we will switch over to our game. We'll get in our corner, and we will do the smart thing and actually capture the right game. As opposed to still looking at the Maid Cafe on Electric Street. Right. So, with that, we begin to the returning adventures of Mia and Loopy. I am paranoid, so I am keeping the stream audio on for the moment. Oh, do I have to put in the character select to start? Looks like I do. Weird. Okay. Yeah, so I pretty much undid all of the changes that I made to audio last stream of this game. The only thing I did was escalate the voice volume over the music and sound effects. But I reduced the overall game audio. Okay, so I'm not sure how the saving in this game works because there was no save option. We could also, let's see, we can check out our flashlights. We can also check out our wheel. We have 107 bullets, full med kits. And of course, we're back in the underground, so I guess we can look at the map and maybe that will give us an idea. But the last, all right, so that says that we've at least, well, that's concerning. Hey, are we back? Are we back? Yeah, so there were a couple things that were concerning about that. One, we lost internet connection, but the other is that my phone and my computer stopped talking to each other, which says that is not an internet issue. That's a router issue. Which this router has been excellent since I got it, like, right before I started streaming. Okay. I am going to keep looking at that, but yeah, like yesterday, rate was fluctuating pretty wildly, and it looks pretty poor right now. Um, yeah, we're gonna keep going. Yesterday's stream did did work well. Like I did listen to the whole thing. I can't speak to the visuals for the whole thing, but I at least listened to the whole thing. Okay, I do want to talk to some characters because that's really what I want to check the audio on.
Agatha, I was thinking about the Straw family who lived in the mansion. They must be the beginning of everything here in the perimeter. All the references to the prophecy, the unhaunted one, this obsession with fear, as well as the disappearances that happened in this place. These
Okay,
are all elements of a cult.
I think it sounds good.
They're a bunch of sick fucks, but I don't know if they were the only ones to blame. The Order stayed in this place for who knows how many years, and it looks like things just kept going out of control. It's hard to know exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'll check my router
Justice
software
family.
after this. Chances are it may have an update. Maybe.
The only way to find out is to explore and investigate until we find my dad.
That's right, Mia. We'll find the old man.
Okay. So yeah. That said, we are going to try to go to the Spiral Castle, which was to go up towards the cemetery. We don't necessarily want to go to the mausoleum. So, was this our way? No, that wasn't our way. What was our way? Let's see. What was our way up that wasn't the mausoleum? Oh, that's right. That's right. In the center of this this bit of the underground, there's a staircase going up. That's right. Okay, and the Spiral Castle is north from here. And I'm going to stop stopping myself from talking by turning off the audio for the live stream. I'll just still keep that up there to make sure that YouTube is seeing me, because I really am. I'm a little wary now, seeing how how my internet went to start. Let's see. It's not here, but I think it's like the next zone over. Like going to the west. Yeah, so it seems like they're pretty nice about restocking you on med kits when you're below full. Is it north that we want to go? But yeah, they're not like feeding me bullets from boxes. Cathedral is not where we want to go. We've been there before and weren't able to get in. The only thing that I'm keeping in mind about the cathedral is, like, if I don't run into any other hints, I do know that there was at least a little something from Callisto at the cathedral, like a little memo on the ground. That may prove useful. Okay, and I believe we want to go north. But yeah, I've been thinking about this game a bit, and I've of course also listened to it. Actually, I'll step into the cathedral And just see if I can look at what I want from the map here. Yeah. So it's the underground access. And like I said last time, that these symbols don't quite line up for numbers, at least from the clock puzzle and from the complex lock in the Straw Mansion. But yeah, that's what I wanted to look at. Okay, just remember that it has 4 symbols on it. But I think that this is the Spiral Castle, which, if we remember, I do have some ideas about finding my own tombstone in the graveyard, but that's going to not mean anything unless I also have the Ooze, which is most definitely from here. So now we're in new territory. And that means that we need to be on the... Oh, shit. What is that? Oh, what is that? That's showing an X. Okay, crowbar works. But man, sludge monster, huh? Okay, let's medkit. That one caught me off guard. Not to say that a blood zombie wouldn't, because it certainly would. Is this like... Oh, that's an insanity swamp. Okay. Insanity swamp it is. Good to know. Oh man. Yeah, that's... Oh, we did recover our health pack somehow. I'm gonna use that. I'm wondering if, because you have to use the crowbar against them, if they're gonna respawn. You know what? I bet that's a dog. Can you go through? You can. Okay. There is a safe over here. Huh. Okay. So we've got some sort of generator here that firmed up the ground. Huh. And of course we've got the same symbol that we've seen on tombstones. Uh-huh. Okay. What is that? When the petrification of the pillars is complete, they must be moved immediately to the Graveyard of Melodies to apply the Mark of Fear in the fissure area. Only the God of Fear can bring about the other ending. Okay. Okay. So it's interesting. So I'm seeing pieces from a few different places here. They're having these carvings here, and those crystals are definitely from the whatever the crystal caverns, whatever is to the east from the underground. But this Is this a door? I mean, I'm kind of curious about how, like, getting Ooze is gonna work, because, like, we have 4 items, we've had 4 items for pretty much ever. But this is a mold. Yeah, this is a mold. Huh. Can we go anywhere out this direction? Let's see. Yeah, because that swamp killed me really fast. As in, I took a step in, took damage, tried to leave, and I took enough hits to die before I could get out. But yeah, I'm hoping that Ooze monster stays dead like the blood zombies. That would be nice. Okay, we've got stairs up this way. We haven't looked at the map. Okay, we are definitely at the castle. What was that? Is that something we saw? Okay. I wonder if I can sneak up on him. Surely. Surely I can. Or you could turn around at the wrong time. Yeah, we're not exploring in depth. We're seeing if we can get to the other side of the mold. I guess I'm gonna call it a press over here, but there appears to be something. We definitely weren't over there, and it looks like we are probably right about here, where we're hitting a gate. Yeah. Okay, we do have what looks like a side door. Then, judging by the map, we've got a front door up here somewhere. Although this looks fairly overgrown. Okay, it looks like we do. Okay. Okay. Spiral Castle. I don't think that we're quite done exploring the outside yet. You're on the other side of the fence. Yeah, that's no good. Just trading blows is no good. But we can also see what the path is like from this side, instead of just cutting through the grass. But you were over here. What is over here? Where are we? Well, we've left the Spiral Castle. Yeah. Which is not what we want. Come on, let me backstab you. It was close. It was going to let me do it. Oh, it's a parry. Okay. All right, that works. Okay. Okay, so I can time my swings to keep him from hitting me. We'll see how bad I am at that. Yeah, we've definitely got a monument here. Kind of the same things that they're molding. What about you? You're different. You're not like any... You're a different symbol, you're a different shape. Huh. Okay. Let's see if we can push our boundaries at all. Because otherwise, I think we're going to Puzzle Town. I'm imagining that the inside of the castle would have puzzles. Surely, it would have puzzles. Yeah, and unlike the cathedral, we can actually enter. Let's go. So, just like in the Straw Mansion, I think it was in Theana's room? It's been a little bit. I'd have to look back to remember the names. But yeah, that stuff is warping anything around it. And of course, it just demonstrated that it does hurt to the touch. Let's see. Although neat, nothing interactable here. So we try the black light then. That chair has a splatter on it that's more apparent with the light. The piano. So also going back to the family portrait, the spiral like that was on top of the wife position. I don't know if it's a wife, but the lady who is in a wife position on the... Well, that's not ominous. So let's see if I can intentionally do it. Or I can just die. That's also definitely possible. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, the wind-up is... Okay, it did flash. The wind-up is a little slow. I will say, at least for me. Okay, that is some ominous butter. I feel like that may be the word of this place, is ominous. I mean, we've got, like, consistent monster noises and pained noises. How does the map look in here? Okay, that's reasonable, I'd say. Yeah, I'm not having much success with those guys. If you quantify much as any. Maybe it's a distance? At least if I'm reacting to him raising his arms, it's too late. Let's see. Agent File Diago Lakes. Physicist, biochemist, engineer, or biochemical engineer, paranormal materials analysis specialist. Oh, and I would have to say gender male, age 33. Function, Spiral Castle team management. Investigation of the source chamber. Ooze time distortion analysis. Okay. Well, if we're talking time travel, then you've got it. We've also found a radio room here. And whatever that is. Let's see. Spiral Castle of Immortality. Creator and manager, Yuri Straw. Let's see. So, first level. So I'm going to say... Let's see. So we went in the lobby. Yeah, we don't have a cursor. We went in the lobby. And we went straight and we went straight. Yeah. So it looks like there are different floors, but not really an indication of stairs. Let's see. 1 load of stones, plus 2. 1 load of metal beams. 1 load of sand. And minus... Or is it minus... It's minus 1 of each, and then plus 2 load of stone. And then minus 2 loads of wood and crossed it out. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, touch the ooze. Oh, we've got nothing. Okay. So, we've got notes within the Spiral Castle. I still don't understand everything, but the only thing I can figure out is that the pillars are made of petrified ooze. Find a way to accumulate enough ooze for all the pillars. This is your role. The role of the Spiral Castle in the prophecy. It represents the river, the flow of time in the prophecy of the Unhaunted One. Okay. Let's see. So I don't think I can flip it. Only the God of Fear can bring about the other ending. And also, looking there, we have ooze skeletons highlighted in the background. Actually, we've got multiple markings. So we may have somebody other than Callisto who uses the hidden writing. Okay. So that's Yuri Straw. Ooze skeletons. So that must be the name for those monsters then. Oh, that's kind of metal looking. What? Okay, I was thinking that was kind of teeth, but instead it's like it's like a... No, those do look like straps for feet on there. Oh my. That or it's just a massive pipes and ooze. Huh. What about this? Nope, same thing. So it's a chair. Like, I think what has me going on both of these is that they have the leg straps at the bottom. And this one has the arm straps visible. Yeah, somebody gets bound to that and things happen. So, is that considered the source chamber? Temporal distortion. Okay. Eternal source chamber. Which source chamber was like its own room on the map, right? Immortal ooze. How to generate so much? What do we have here? Looks like a generator. Petrification. In parentheses, electricity. That makes sense. We did activate a generator and it did petrify the ooze so we could walk across it. And that looks like the molds. Okay. Also, I'm noticing a parallel with this corkboard and the corkboards in the cemetery. That I'm having a feeling we're going to run into other corkboards and that they might have additional information that kind of adds to this. Yeah, the source chamber is at the top. So at the top of the, presumably the top of the castle, like top of the tower. Okay. Not sure if there's anything else to interact with here, but we do have a funky door, which does not open. And on the map, that's a big circle at the top, right? Yeah. Okay, so... one moment. Sorry about that. Somebody was knocking at my door and I can't figure out what was up. Okay, so that's the kitchen. And we can go further than the kitchen, although we did die to the ooze zombie. We are full up on med kits, so we probably should use one. Also, noticed it towards the end of the last stream that we do have a radio. And it doesn't seem to do anything with the trigger buttons. But it does have that blue arrow pointing downwards, which I think maybe... Yeah. I don't know if that's supposed to be a sort of compass, maybe? Oh, you're right there. Can I... Oh, you're... Okay, we got you. I was thinking I could get him hung up on the table a little bit. Make it easier. But yeah, he was just waiting on the other side of the door. And granted, like, we could hear him from a good distance away. That looks like a gauntlet. Yeah. We can move it. Oh, you know what? We did have the one guy who had the prosthetic. Is this his? Because in his letters he was like getting used to the prosthetic. I'm just seeing if there's anything that you can play with in here. Like if you can mess with the mechanism for the hand or anything. Okay, well, interesting that it's here. And that, yeah, we are currently in the upper left room, which is the dining room. And there is Ooze in the corner. Interesting. Oh, we do have something here. Ammo on the dining room table. So far, I don't know what to think of this place. I guess I kind of want to see what kind of puzzles there are. I'm not necessarily wild about the monsters, the Ooze skeletons, but we'll see if I can reliably figure them out. Because I did get the exclamation point when sneaking up on one. I think I just missed doing it on time. So it may be possible to execute them without, you know, exchanging blows. Let's see. Anything over here? I also listened to that previous episode, and like things that are shiny really did get my attention a little bit, especially the fire extinguishers. Those are very shiny when you flash the flashlight on them. But also there's this chain on the ground. Yeah. But no interaction. There's a plant, on the ground. Yeah, I mean, there's art, and then there's like evil art, and we've got evil art. We've got a spiral, we've got a skull, and then we've got a skull with an eyeball. Okay, we've got another med kit in here. We've only taken one hit. I don't necessarily want to use another med kit, and that is... I don't know what that is. But this is the bathroom. Once again, we've got naked and curled up, too dark for the top one, and more spirals. Which I suppose is on brand for the Spiral Castle. Yeah. So let's... Yeah, that's our side door. We've got another radio. Medical attendance form, Diago Lakes. Team Spiral Castle, blood type A+, age 35, so 2 years after his profile. He is exhausted from overwork, even though he supposedly works the same hours as the other agents. He also shows an extremely accelerated and unnatural aging of his body. Diago needs to stop doing so much work secluded in his office. Oswald Magri. Okay. George Lakes. Team Spiral Castle. Blood type by A- or A-. Age 56. He is recovering well from the accident with the healing taking place extremely quickly. Agents need to be allocated to help him with his tasks as he will find it difficult to do them alone. I've never seen a wound heal so quickly. Prosthesis was checked and adjusted, avoiding the finger area at the patient's request. Only he could come up with the idea of using a prosthesis to remember things. Huh. Interesting. Tape recorder.
All right, we're rolling. Now, let's see that arm of yours, shall we?
Knock yourself out. Hey, Oswald. I know you'll get mad, but this is important. Can you take a look at Diogo? That damn office is making my boy weirder and weirder.
You're kidding, right? You just got your ass mangled after that damned accident, and you're still more worried about your son than your own self? George, you need to watch your ass too, all right?
You know I would do anything for my son.
Hold on. I think this is it. Oh, crap. So sorry. There, it fit. Did it hurt too much?
No, not a bit. It's all right.
Quit your Rambo act, man. You nearly passed out. There, it's done. Now I won't hurt you whenever you need to take your arm off to do your research.
It's not really for my research. I mostly use it to remember how to get into my office anyway. I guess that age is finally catching up with me. But at least that gave you a good excuse to come and see me, right? It's been so long since I've seen anyone outside this castle. It actually feels like it's been years. It's hard to tell in here.
I know, right? I see. In the cave, it's been a while since we last saw pretty much anything.
Interesting. So in other words, if this is the office... Is this the office? It could be the office. If that's the office, and the prosthesis is less for... Or that he kept it around because it helped him remember how to get into the office, we may need to look at it in more detail. Anything that we can see on the number pad? Only the order symbol. Alright. And we do have new Samuel dialogue from that. Panel with password.
Sam, one of the agents has set up a password panel to lock a door here in the Spiral Castle.
Actually, every member of the Order was supposed to do this, but most people are just too lazy. Well, do you have any idea who used this panel? I can have a look here to see if I can find anything.
According to the castle's floor plan, the agent who was using this locked area was an agent called George.
George. There. George Likes. He's one of the missing agents.
Likes. Okay.
He was one of the Order's most senior agents at the time. But it seems that Verity trusted him a lot, even though he had complaints from other agents, including his son. Man, talk about drama.
I heard something like that on a tape recorder. He was saying that he was really getting old. It seems he was even forgetting things.
Holy crap! That's it, Mia! If he used to forget things, maybe he wrote that password down somewhere. My granddad used to do that all the time. He even wrote things on his hand.
Oh, how about that?
Try to look for things he would use on a regular basis. Maybe he has them written down somewhere.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think I know exactly what we're doing. I'll have to look at the hand to really discern what it means for a for a pin pad. Okay. Ooze skeleton seems to be down for good. Seems to be. We need the dining room, not this room. So we have a look at your hand. Well, you've got 5 fingers. I suppose if we look at that to be like a number pad where the tops of the triangles are the top, so we would be looking at 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Yeah, let's try that. Is this... Okay, this is where we want it to be. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Booyah. I do appreciate this mantle. That is pretty metal as well. So, got past that hurdle. To George. George likes. It's a birthday thing. Let's see. The results of the tests I ran on Diago are truly strange. You were right, you see. It's as if he's suffering from premature aging. Diago mentioned that he had a theory about his debilitation, something he was analyzing with an anachronic device that you guys came up with. I'm still thinking about it. If both of you interact with the Ooze all the time, what does he do differently from you to cause this effect? Oswald. Listen, be careful with the castle. You know too little about the Ooze to keep doing tests with it all the time. Remember, we just want to eliminate the origin of the paranormal in the perimeter and be on our way. Nothing more than that, okay? Alan and I want both of you in one piece for our long-awaited farewell party from this hellhole of a place. Yeah. I mean, I think the differences between father and son, other than age, are how many hands they have. George, I'm getting worried that this tree is growing too fast in here, and I decided I'd better leave you this note. All the vegetation in this castle seems to grow distorted somehow. I'm afraid it's going to fall over and break the equipment nearby. I see. We can even try to take her down if we need to, but I don't think it will be a problem. That tree, it would have to get a lot older before it could have any chance of coming down. And do our blacklight check on this. Yeah. Didn't seem like one that would have a hidden message, hidden agenda. Okay, we've got a bed. Got a picture on the bed. Can we see it? Yes. Okay, that must be George and Diago likes. Got a tape recorder.
George, the more time we spend in here, the less I feel we're getting to an answer. We've prepared ourselves to stay here for as long as it takes, but we can't keep progressing so slowly. We're so far from grasping the whole picture yet. We need to break out of this cycle. Consider this as permission to further experiment and explore the effects of the castle's temporal distortion. Anything that can make us unravel the secret of this place as soon as possible. I don't know how much longer we can last in here.
Interesting. There is a door on the far side. Still. But also a note. No, we already saw this note. Okay. And either we're gonna find a really old-looking tree or a fallen tree. Okay, we've got another bedroom. A clock ticking in this one. Okay. It's pouring ooze on a clock. We've got more. Anachronic device. Okay. Compare clock speeds. Desynchronization. Version 1 is less than version 2. That explains the garden's vegetation. That's still not all. The ooze holds more secrets. Okay. So it's definitely like, let's see, that's not on the table. I don't think we've seen this. But also it's saying UV light. As in, like, it's a UV bulb. That's what it looks like. Huh. Okay. Okay. And of course, one side of the device with ooze. Then we've got a funeral. I have a feeling that Diago was experiencing time different. Oh, that's our device there. Experiencing time differently in here.
Agent Diogo Likes reporting some results on the ooze. Lucky for me, at least someone from the Schrock family seemed to use their brain. I think I found everything I need to know about this Yuri character and his spiral castle. He was very fond of writing down his theories, so it wasn't very difficult to understand about this source. Now at least I know where all this ooze came from. And why there were so many people disappearing here before the order arrived. But I still need to analyze the temporal distortion this ooze can cause. And someone needs to take care of these skeletons soon. Why of all people did we get the area where the creatures don't die? By the way, it took my dad losing his goddamn arm for them to finally start listening to me. I told them 1,000 times not to point those lights at the tyrant. I showed them what I found in the anachronic device in my lab, but it seems everyone here likes to be stubborn like my dad. It was obvious he was going to destroy everything with the light effects.
Hey, kid. You busy?
Well, yeah, can't you see that?
It's just that Oswald is here and he just checked up on me. Don't you want him to take a look at you?
This again? I already told you that I don't need a doctor. I'm just tired. And I can't stop working now. Otherwise, nobody will solve this thing.
But, son...
Holy shit! If I do this checkup, will you at least leave me alone for the rest of the day?
Yeah, sure.
Fine. Then let him know that I'm coming.
Thank you, son.
I'll just finish this later. Fucking hell.
You've got a worried dad. That's for sure. We can interact. And we can kind of move around it a bit. In fact, I kind of don't like how it snaps like that. It's It feels weird. We do have a switch to press. But yeah, you were definitely moving a lot faster than the other. It accelerates time. But yeah, I felt like if I moved the camera too much there, I was going to start getting a headache. The way that moved. Sounded like we unlocked that door. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely its own symbol on the map. But I don't like what he said about the monsters don't die, and he also mentioned the tyrant. Yeah, he's back. How about we just leave him? Except that there's more monster noises coming from this direction. Yeah, that's not good. Are you gonna follow me? Oh, you're following me. Oh no. Also, based off of the notebook, I also kind of curious what that's... Oh, that really doesn't make him happy. Right? Oh, what it does is it speeds him up. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, surely gun's not gonna work if it didn't work on the small ones. Yeah, alright, so attacking him is not a possibility. But I wonder if we can get in there without catching his attention. That would make exploring this place a lot more feasible. We'll try again if we can get the jump on this guy. Nope. So I think I don't think it takes much imagination to say that the big one there is what they call the tyrant, and sure enough, as one of the memos said, that light does crazy things to him. Anno 1. Okay. Okay. Surely that would mean something somewhere. meet. It looks like we have the castle at various stages of construction. That's what it looks like to me. Anno 2 and Anno 3. So, let's take a closer look at each of these. Okay, so what we can see in the first one doesn't necessarily translate here. This looks like the finished product. But yeah, for this one, it's... Okay. I just need to see if there's anything that resembles. Of course, we haven't checked out everything in the room yet. Presumably there's more here. Because we're almost in a museum. Which that's not creepy either. It's like a tremor. So let's see here. Is there more than one door on this side? There is. How are we looking? Okay. So this is the room we're in. And the tyrant was out here. Okay. We've got more. Let's see. Analysis of creature behavior in the Spiral Castle. Ooze skeleton. Humanoid creatures covered in ooze that resemble human bone structure. These beings possess constant flow of ooze seeping out of all of their orifices and have a hostile demeanor, demonstrating some kind of perception even without discernible organs. If they don't die, is there any way of permanently imprisoning them? The skeletons, they are bodies reanimated by the ooze. Knocking them down only works temporarily. The ooze seems to regenerate them after a certain time. Okay, ooze tyrant. Its structure resembles an ooze skeleton, but is much more imposing and dangerous. The ooze around its body seems to simulate a corpulent human muscle structure around the original bone base. Aggressive and incessant behavior, unlike the other creatures. It's useless to attack it, it's immortal, and can't be knocked down. Or at least we haven't found a way yet. The current strategy is to avoid it. It seems to know its way around the castle very well. That's why we will try to arrest it in the dungeon to continue the investigation. Is this not the tyrant? Who is the tyrant? Are they Yuri's servants, those people he used to kidnap? Why are they revived by the bell? The sound seems to bother them. That's interesting. And we could definitely get what I'm gauging to be the tyrant to get near the bell. Ouch. Oh, it's on the ground. Yeah. Okay, this may be the aforementioned dungeon. Okay. Well, let's go to the dungeon. Actually, let's see if we can do some sneakery around the tyrant here. See if we can see what other rooms are here. Okay. We did see a picture of this picture. And not much to make of it, I don't think. Let's see, the spiral theory. The spiral designed by Yuri Straw consumes potential energy, causing a distortion that can turn a conscious person's lifetime into ooze. As the base of the castle was built in huge spirals, and with the paranormal influence that happens in the perimeter, there is a time distortion in the various areas of the castle. It's as if time is out of sync in here. Yeah, the source chamber at the top of the castle seems to be the place where this happens in an extremely elevated and condensed way. This explains why Yuri used the source chamber in his definitive ooze generation experiment. A conscious person subjected to Yuri's theory in the source chamber would be able to reproduce a considerable amount of ooze. Diogo likes. Okay. Anybody else taking notes? In the anachronic device, I was able to see and analyze this distortion. Let's see. Yeah, so humans in the source chamber is how the tyrant came to be. And enough for an ooze skeleton is the considerable amount of ooze generated from a conscious subject. Okay. I mean, this side of the room is purple enough even without the black light. There's something about the ooze that Yuri Straw missed. He got very close, but there's a deeper secret that he couldn't see before he entered the source chamber. I'll look into this further in the dungeon and the central tower laboratory. Okay. Yeah, so once again, the black light does reveal some secrets, but it is pretty poor for navigation. See bullets? Take bullets. Which is interesting because so far the ooze zombies and presumably the tyrant don't care about bullets. Also, I found it interesting that the tyrant was not like a one-shot kill. That you could play around with it, probably. Like maybe bait it into the room with the bell. Whoa. He's not here. Does that mean he's roaming the castle? I knew it. The anachronic device explains perfectly what is happening to me. The ooze in the Spiral Castle doesn't just desynchronize time in here compared to other places. As I already suspected, the ooze also harbors another, even greater secret. Come to my office and I'll show you the difference. Diogo. Okay. And I need new furniture in my office that isn't made of wood. You'll understand when you test the anachronic device. Okay. Okay, we are surrounded. The tree looks like solidified ooze. Oops, I walked into that. I didn't even realize. Okay. Yeah, we do want to return to that garden. Yeah, I do find it weird that the tyrant isn't here. It did say it knows the castle well, so chances are it is moving about on its own. Dog? Anything? Because we may be able to cross this, but I don't see any way to electrify it here. You aggroed me from the other side of a wall. Whoa. I guess that's a thing he can do. Right, there's nothing in the back here. I wonder what the black light does to the normal ooze skeletons. I mean, do we want to go to the spooky basement? I don't know that we have much choice. We're going to the spooky basement. The dungeon. Okay, not what I was expecting. Whoa. What is... Oh boy. What is that? Got him. But what about these abominations? I mean, we're definitely in research territory here. Spiral guinea pig number 4. MLM. Food deprivation. Exposure to ooze for 13 weeks. No food or drink for 13 weeks. Completely weakened and skeletal physical condition. The body is already filled with ooze. Status continues to move. The ooze seems to consume the whole body with prolonged exposure. Okay. Yeah, this is a spooky basement for sure. Spiral guinea pig number 2, CSF. Corpse infection. Confirmed death 19 weeks ago. Exposure to ooze for 16 weeks. Started moving again 16 weeks ago. Status continues to move. So in other words, it started moving as soon as it was exposed to ooze. That was one of the missing agents. paranormal using bodies as a shell. Similar effect to blood zombies. Okay. Yeah, I don't really feel like staying down here, but I need to explore. This place is fairly unsettling, really. Yeah, we've got limbs moving on their own. What does the map look like? Okay, this is the basement, for sure. And we do have the memos on the map, so we would be able to look at those remotely if we need to. Because I am not overlooking the letters at the top of those, especially the ones in parentheses may indicate something. Maybe, so, like, chances are, like, nothing here is actually alive. At least as far as we're concerned. What? Okay, so it called that stun. Okay. What about blacklight? Do you react? No. Do normal lighting. I suppose we'll go to the next room. That is maybe not as creepy. And we died. Okay. Oh man. It spit me out here. Alright. Well, let's go to the dungeon. I mean, at least we come back healthy, but yeah, we have some backtracking. Also with this guy here, let's touch the bell, see how he reacts. See, because they said, what was it? It did weird things to him? Nothing? Alright. Be brave, be brave. We missed that memo. Okay. Hey, the two of them won't even listen to us go down, or won't even let us go down to the dungeon anymore, and they keep taking us one by one. There are fewer and fewer of us here. When will it be enough? I wonder if we'll try to escape. I heard that some agents were going to try. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna run if it's practicable. Come on, finish it. There we are. There we go. What is this? Well, whatever it is, it's broken. I mean, I think in some way we are maybe going to learn how to rewind time, perhaps. That looks like a walkie-talkie. I wonder if this does anything. Huh. I just noticed playing around with the triggers that holding L puts the flashlight beam out further. Okay. It's a spiral base on that cage. What about this? Tyrant imprisonment and extermination test. With what we've discovered using the anachromatic device in Diogo's office, we're going to expose the creature named Ooze Tyrant to high-spectrum radiation. The aim is to examine whether the destructive effects of our tools are amplified by this exposure while the creature is contained. Initiating procedure, stage 1. We managed to capture... we do have a zoom. Okay. Yeah, we managed to contain the tyrant temporarily in a cell. Stage 2. Installation of UV light equipment. Stage 3. Activation of UV light equipment. And I think that's visual confirmation there that that is, in fact, the tyrant. Get rid of our zoom. There was something on the back. All right, the experiment was a failure. Understood, seeing as it is running free. I see. I see. I get it now. Ow. Yep, fear is making me stupid. All right. So they will stay down for a certain period of time, and it's not the physical bell that's in the museum. It is really like a clock tower bell. Yep, we run. We don't need you, we're running to the basement. But it would be nice if the aforementioned way to permanently remove them is down here somewhere. And we are going to need this. Okay. Okay, we've got more things to read. All right. Found a kitty watch. More ammo, which once again, I don't think guns are gonna cut it here. All right, we have another book from Yuri. Okay. The vision delivered me the spiral of immortality, and above it the spiral castle rises before my eyes. It rises, and from it already manifests the essence of my future, the black ooze, the elixir of infinity. The spiral is the origin of the ooze. The ooze regenerates itself. Okay. The spiral castle is nearly complete. It's a massive relief to finally get away from Abraham and his pitiful obsession with the unhaunted one and the damn mark he saw. That damned mark. Spent too much time designing the structure of that cathedral. Every time I met the Father Straw, there is a zoom, and that's not the zoom we want unless we can move, which we can't. That's a weird zoom. Yeah, maybe either Father or Elder Straw, they would slower and more dim-witted, slower and slower. But now that not even she is here, I don't need them anymore. I don't need anyone else. Effects of time distortion on the castle. Exposing these lowlifes to my experiments with the spiral confirmed the truth. I understood my vision. The spiral devours, but it also gives back. The top of the spiral castle, as in my vision, is the answer. A source chamber. Does the top of the castle intensify the effect? The spiral will devour endlessly and fiercely. All have been devoured. Enough ooze. I have become one with the ooze. Feel the spiral, feel the spiral. It devours me. I feel time. The ooze sleeps through me, or seeps through me. An infinite king. Immortal my hands. Immortal. What happened? Yeah, what happened indeed. So my thoughts right now are that Callisto was the one who was using invisible ink, but also that he is, at least seeing it with Verity, he is the only one who was even alive when he came back. So I'm feeling like Callisto may have done his own investigation here, and he's leaving notes for whatever purpose. I mean, that's a possibility. We have partial ooze zombies here. What? Okay. We just have like a winch here, a big winch. And nothing to engage with. Unless... Ooze reaction to electricity test. In one of the tests to destroy the ooze skeletons, I noticed a peculiar reaction when exposing the ooze to a direct flow of electricity. The material seemed to stiffen, taking on a solid, immobile aspect. This is an effect that needs to be studied. The petrification effect is temporary. The higher the charge of the electric flow, the more intense the effect. In other words, more energy equals petrifies for longer and in greater quantity. The petrified ooze is completely solid, indestructible, and resilient. An object covered in petrified ooze also becomes indestructible. Okay. George likes. The temporal distortion of the ooze does not seem to directly affect the electricity current, although it does affect the generators. This means that an ordinary generator is much more efficient using the anachronic device's finding. Okay. Anything else to be found here? Other than don't touch the ooze. Oh, that was... You weren't even close. Well, guess we're doing a med kit again. Okay, we've been here. We've died here. So is that a generator? That's exactly what that is. There we go. Did it do enough? What if... No? I have a feeling being able to get in here would be big. Okay. So as it is, I think we've been everywhere in the basement for what it's worth. Although I don't know what it's worth. Oh, actually, no. No. But it is interesting that we can effectively turbocharge a generator with the black light. Oh, there is something to interact with here. Okay. We found something. Looks like it might have been a hairpin or accessory of some kind. I don't think we had any way to get in the cages here. But yeah, I don't like this place at all. So yeah, let's get out of the basement. No? So then the question becomes, where do we go then? Because it looks like there's a door at the other... Well, that looks like it's on the other side of the Ooze River that's up there in the courtyard here. Can't open this door. I don't know that we tried. No, we can't open that door. We did try that one. So what if we... no, the anachronic device was applying its own black light effect. Okay. I mean, that got us into the office. The prosthetic arm. And we've got the generator on the map here. Huh. Okay, I was thinking that this might be a room here, but it's just the portraits on the wall of the spiral. Huh. Let's see. So that's not what we were looking at. Okay, that's the tyrant cage. But yeah, that's 100% what they're doing, is liquefying people. Huh. Well, I think we'll play around with the black light in the museum a little bit. But, yeah, I'm actually fairly uncertain what to do here. We might also play around with the black light in the garden. I mean, I know there is one in here. There he is. It is allegedly indestructible. Oh, yep, nope, that's Ooze. Yep, nope, that's death. I think that's the same spot that I've fallen into before. I wonder if this is my respawn point, because this is the most recent spot that, or maybe it's considered a safe room, the most recent safe room I've been to. Oops. Yeah, it interacts even. Well, it's neat that it does, but I wonder if it serves a purpose. Oh, that's Ooze. See if there's anything telling in his work here. Only that he's pouring Ooze directly on the clocks. Huh. So, like, the other things that we've ended up hearing about this is that apparently I'm just connecting dots that, like, wood decomposes too fast for whatever they had in mind. I mean, we can revisit some of our other rooms and see if anything stands out. Also check the outside, I suppose. Yeah, because we've got the gate up here. And I think, like, for broader progress, the one thing that really comes to mind for me is that just thinking about my time in the cemetery, and was there anything in the cemetery that would contribute to, like, overall progress elsewhere? I'm not sure if there was. Because, like, that's a noise. Like, just kind of thinking about it in, like, say, a Zelda sense, where the, that's the Tyrant, where the underground is, like, your hub. Where the underground is your hub, and that the 3 or 4 branches off of it are... It's playing music like he's really close. But I don't think he would come into a bathroom. Probably. Probably? But that, like, we certainly didn't do everything that we need to eventually do in the cemetery. But we also didn't have everything that we would need to do it. Really, is he just, like, stalking around outside? But I'm just like envisioning that, like, I'll get like a use ooze function, maybe, or maybe like an ooze inventory item. But the inventory has been pretty light. Oh, you know what? This might be a just seeing where it's pointing, this may be a radar for a comms station. I think... Yeah, he's not going anywhere. This is new. Okay, you can attack me in, Okay. Love to see that. I didn't realize, mostly because I got distracted by the enemy here, that I was able to interact with this. And I mean, that looks like an item I would want to see or use. Also blacklight. It's a weird thing, being able to look at this from like 3 perspectives. Whoops. I'm gonna phone a friend. Maybe they have anything to talk with me about. Yes. The locked electric door. How about
Hey,
that?
Sam, you know those electric doors that the Order uses? I found one here in the castle that isn't working properly.
Wait, what happened?
It's a bit stuck. It looks like it's going to open, but it won't.
Dang, I wonder if it's a power problem. Maybe there's a problem with the generator or something. I don't know.
The generator is acting a bit strange, but I think it's because it's full of ooze. It's working, but it doesn't seem to be generating enough power.
It's just like my old PC. Yo, can't you find a way to make this generator accumulate energy faster?
What do you mean?
Look, if the generator is still working, then the problem is that it's not generating energy fast enough to power the door. If only there were some way of making it work faster, then the door would open with a jolt.
Is that what you did on your old PC then?
Yeah, and it worked just fine.
So maybe we found the solution, but we just didn't commit to it long or hard enough.
Until the day it blew up. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, let's see if Agatha has anything. Yep, she does. Many things, actually. Tree with ooze.
Agatha, Even the vegetation here in the castle is affected by the ooze. I even found a very large tree full of ooze, but it didn't look dead.
Yes, the other side isn't just about rituals and creatures. It can also bend entire places and turn them into something worse.
The thing is, this tree is far less useful to me if it's standing than if it fell. The place where it stands has basically become a black lake. If the tree were to fall, at least it would serve as a bridge for me to cross. But even the agents in this castle said that this tree would only fall if it was a lot older, and it seems that the ooze is preserving it somehow.
Fuck. There's no point in trying to get the ooze out of the damn tree. You just can't do it. But the paranormal can preserve as well as it can destroy. There must be a way you can turn this ooze to your advantage and weaken this tree. The ooze has a lot to do with death and time, so there might be a way to age this tree as well.
Okay.
Agatha, ooze skeletons.
Fuck no.
A whole bunch of them.
Holy fucking shitballs. Okay, if you defeat them, these bastards will stay down for a while, but they'll always come back afterwards. The ooze always regenerates them after a while.
And I don't have the time or the equipment to try to finish them off for good.
Yeah, guess you'll just have to beat the shit out of them and do your sleuthing while they're down. They're annoying, but I know that you can handle them.
Yeah.
Oh, and be aware that they like to throw themselves around too.
No need to tell me.
Okay. Ooze and desynchrony.
Hey Aggie, from what I've seen here in the Spiral Castle, there was an agent of the Order who dedicated himself to understanding the ooze. He even created a device with some clocks in order to study the ooze with ultraviolet light.
Studying the paranormal? That's quite rare for agents from back then. In the old days, the Order wasn't interested in understanding the paranormal. What possessed the old man, who's always been so hard-headed, to let his agents mess around with the other side? Anyway, now I'm curious. What exactly did this agent find out about the ooze?
From what I've seen in the schematics of this device, there are notes about desynchronization and time.
This agent was a clever cookie. Over the years, the Order had realized the ooze had a direct correlation with the spirals and with time distortion. In fact, if this agent from the castle hadn't disappeared, some agents I've met could have met a very different fate.
Yeah, well, I'll keep looking.
And Spire Castle and Source.
Agatha, there are some things here in the castle referring to a source.
What? There's a source in the castle?
Yes, both Yuri Straw and an agent of the Order wrote about the source in the pieces I found here. They even referred to the castle's summit as the Source Chamber.
Then surely some pretty nasty shit went down in that place. The Order has dealt with cultists and sources before, but only recently. These agents here in the perimeter have gone missing long before that.
From what I've seen here, one of the agents investigated what Yuri Straw was saying about the source. With this, he was able to understand a so-called spiral theory for generating ooze.
Fuck, that brings back memories.
Oh.
Basically, a source is an extremely fucked up paranormal experience in which a person is subjected to the spiral in a very brutal way. What this means is that the person generates ooze by sacrificing their own lifespan.
Oh.
That's why the ooze is related to time distortion. I've never seen it myself, but according to people who have experienced it, this is some evil shit.
We'd better change the subject.
Okay, so I think that both things that I want to try both involve hardy applications of the UV light. Tyrant must be here. I think that's what that means. Yeah, I still don't know what the whole throwing themselves bit is about. I mean, I've seen them do it. Don't know what it means, though. I mean, is that the sound of them leaving? Oh, that's the tyrant right there. So maybe hardy applications of UV light could work. It does. Excellent. Well, I got a Steam achievement. I didn't see what it was. However, what is the benefit of getting over here? Because we had an instance like this in the cemetery where we got a Steam achievement for getting somewhere, but no clear purpose for doing so. Oh, there's a door here. Perfect. But what's in the room? I used the crystal flashlight in my studies with the Ooze, and I made the most important discovery of my life. I'm going to record a report of this for Callisto and prepare modifications for the source chamber. We can't waste any more time. We'll manage to get the other end. Diago. The eternal source. Get the crystal flashlight and go see for yourself in the anachronic device. If you don't find it, Theo must have taken it into the crystal cave, the smelly boy of the whistle. Okay. So the crystal flashlight may not be here. Also, what's my med kits? Yeah, let's use that. Yeah, so this place has a lot of things that look neat or interesting, but don't actually mean or do anything. There's a note on the ground. Dad, you only need to do one thing. Get me out of the spiral in the chamber when you have enough ooze. Once you finish the last pillar, get me out of there. You can't go wrong here. I'm doing the hardest part, since you're too old to actually be the source. Oh. Oh. That doesn't sound good. I'm just testing out if, like, having a consistent stream on the Ooze makes a difference. Doesn't seem to. So yeah, interesting. That was an accident. I did not expect whatever that was to happen. Yeah, that was a complete accident. But I found something. There is no choice. Fulfill the prophecy. Only the god of fear can bring about the other ending. Let's turn on our actual flashlight. Okay. I wonder if I Yeah, I may have tried to get in here anyway. Yeah. As long as it was on the map before I came in. What's all this now? What is this? Huh. What? Okay. Huh. Yeah, I mean there's a lot here. I just don't know if it means much. Let's see. Hang on, I think I actually have a picture of this thing. Just a moment. The sigil that's at the very start of the game. I think I have a picture of it. Let's see. Yeah, I've actually got it as like part of my thumbnail materials. Let's see. Yeah, if I just hide the other layers. So let's see. The one that I can't point to it on the screen. But if all four of these are there, or we also have the symbols in the upper right, is that a symbol on here? No, it is not. The two parallel lines with a line through it is not one of the symbols on here. And of course, the symbol of fear isn't around the outside either. In fact, it's interesting that these are here with the symbol of fear. I mean, I kind of feel like this book would reveal something about that. Let's see. Hang on. I'm just like looking at the swooshing patterns on here and thinking about whether they mean anything to me, because like I'm thinking that they're kind of like drawing the pattern for the symbol of fear. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. Other than that, like, it looks important. it looks pretty important, just don't know what. Don't know what it is. That or it's
This was Callisto's notebook. the agent of the Order who used to perform rituals. Seems that he wrote down a lot of information about a specific ritual that they would use here in the perimeter.
Uh-huh.
But there's more than just information here. There's something strange. As I hold this notebook, it seems to be calling out to me. I don't know, beckoning me to do something. Okay, Loopy. This thing right here is definitely cursed.
Uh-huh.
I figured I'd have to show this notebook to Agatha anyway, so I might as well go to the underground and give it to her. That's the only way we'll ever figure out this ritual.
Okay, that's better than me trying to ram my head
what
against
Agatha's
it.
going to suggest.
I mean, she's gonna say like, do a ritual, bro. Like, I mean, do a magic thing. So, interesting. I, did not expect to find that. Whatever you want to call that. But yeah, I think that is pretty telling that I kind of just want to have the UV light out most of the time just to see what reacts. What? What killed me? I don't know what killed me there. We're in the foyer. And we're gonna go to the basement. That, of course, we're gonna, we have the crowbar out. Because we're gonna have to beat up some ooze skeletons, probably. I can't see. Damn. I mean, at least running back isn't a big deal, but yeah, I'm having a bit of a time with these ooze skeletons. And we're gonna put on the normal flashlight, because that helps for visibility. Okay, got him. Okay, so it doesn't react at all. Oh, I have to turn it on. I was wondering if there was like a timing aspect to this with using the button. Because I mean, this is doing exactly what Samuel said, which was make it go faster. Okay, so I guess I turned it off. Okay. Yeah. When it's turned off, the switch won't even turn. Yeah, because it's getting all zappy. I feel like the bit with Callisto's notebook is entirely separate from what we're trying to do here. I mean, it may be interesting to take it to Agatha, and I could be wrong there. It may be something critical, but it seemed pretty well hidden for something, if it were. Yeah, the generator's working hard, but it's not doing the trick. Huh. I wonder if anything in here... I mean, we found a thing, but was there anything else in here? Other than that, we've got, like, ooze skeletons and test tubes. Yeah, if this is the way it's supposed to work, I've been going at it for a while. Yeah, it's not like it's charging a battery. It's not strong enough. Whatever's going on. Oh, it's the black light. I'm regenerating him faster. That's what was going on. All right. Yep. Don't use the black light on those guys. We'll go take the book to Agatha. And with us having like slightly better understanding of how the ooze works, does that change anything for us out here? Okay, that is a lunge. Yeah, we did a fair bit of exploring and found some things in the Spiral Castle, but I don't know that I'd exactly call what we've done today progress. which that is a little worrying. But yeah, maybe this will point us in another direction. Another thought also occurred to me, because they did mention yet another thing, and that was the crystal flashlight. I mean, surely I wouldn't have gone to 2 locations and have missed the critical path for what should be the first one. Surely. Because, like, right now, the, like, mentioned things that I think that we would acquire would be the crystal flashlight and the, some means of transporting the ooze. This is our map with the underground? It is. So we're gonna go see Agatha. And depending on how that pans out, we may call it a day here. Yeah, because we've got crystals about. Which actually, I'm not even sure if we could find the crystals or get to the crystal cave if I wanted to. I'd have to look for how to get there. We have picked up some more relics. I wonder how many relics there are. Oh, actually. Yeah, okay. Cursed items. Okay. Yeah, just the 1 page. Okay, not going to get any free information on what seemed to be optional items. Agatha!
Agatha, I found one of Callisto's notebooks in the Spiral Castle. I think there's a ritual in here?
Hold on, Mia. Did you just say that this notebook has a ritual?
Yeah. It seems that it's called the immersion ritual.
Yo, we
which
need
they used
that.
to carry out here in the perimeter. Okay, Agatha, there's no need to hold back.
A ritual! You found a ritual that the Order used before I did! That's fucking awesome! Just leave it there and I'll see what I can find out.
About that.
There's no way I can learn this ritual right now, but I'll try to figure out what it does and
Agatha,
What? Did I say something wrong?
I think I want to transcend.
What?
What did you just say?
I think that if I ever want to find my father, I'm going to have to learn how to do this ritual.
This is the best day of my life! Okay, I'm gonna finish preparing the symbol for you to transcend, and then when the time comes, you'll leave the notebook with the ritual open and concentrate on the symbol until it starts to become...
Easy, Agatha, easy. One thing at a time.
Oh, right. This is your first time. You must be nervous. It's actually really scary. When I first transcended, I was alone and desperate.
Huh.
But we're here with you. Me, Loopy, Sam, and we'll never leave your side. And you're fucking awesome, Mia. You're just like your old man. And once you transcend, you're gonna be even more fucking awesome.
Okay.
I would never let you do anything that could hurt you.
Okay, I trust you. Just don't tell my dad when we find him.
Sure thing. All right.
Okay.
When you're ready, stand on that symbol on the floor and then place the notebook on the pedestal.
Uh-huh.
All right, Mia, let's do this. Transcending is easier than it looks. See that symbol on the ground? You need to turn that symbol into your reality. Look at it. You're a part of it. Focus on it and only it. Eventually, you'll begin to understand.
Okay. Oh, I don't like the dog whimpering. Huh. Did this say you are empty? Huh. Well, that was a trip.
Easy there, Liquor. It's all right.
Liquor?
Mia, can you hear me? Mia?
Yeah. I'm just confused. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you'll remember practically nothing. But if it did work out, a part of you now belongs to the other side, too. And you'll be able to perform the ritual.
Yeah. That's weird. Feels like I can see the immersion ritual inside my head.
Callisto left us with little information about where to use the immersion ritual. But I think that by investigating the perimeter, you'll know where to use it.
I mean, the cemetery
It
definitely
might be a good
was.
idea to try to see where the Order used this ritual and try to use it there too. Now you can do the same as they did.
Okay. Thank you, Agatha.
Anytime.
Transcend with Mia. Okay. Also, I didn't miss the part where there were 4 characters there and it selected Mia. The others being the God of Fear, the Unhaunted One, and Verity. So there may be a password for being the Unhaunted One, or you know, the God of Fear. Okay, so I think we're gonna try to go to the mausoleum, and then we will go to the cemetery, and we will try to find our grave. I think that's what we're gonna do to finish out today. But I suppose if you really wanted to learn your way around, yeah, the hard mode would make you do it. No maps. Okay, so back to the mausoleum. Then back to the maze. We're going to see if we can find the letter M. Cats. Loopy. Now you see, like, getting the immersion ritual there, I think is like the first sense of like tangible progress I feel like I've gotten since reaching the underground. Which even then I wouldn't necessarily call that. Well, I guess you could call it tangible progress, that you're getting places and understanding things. Guess that works. We want to find some rocks. Also, there's a specter. I can hear you. So let's see, Jessica Lacerda. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So how do we gauge a path from this? What's happening there? We're going to find out what caused all this. We can't waste time. I'm completely losing it in this place. And they said that, oh, we've got more, of course. Yeah, 28. Okay, they did say in notes, and this is going off of listening to the last episode, that there are 40 tombstones per area. 21, 27, 26. Okay. So presumably there are even more? Yeah, I see him up there. And that they said that that going to neighboring areas bring it up or down one letter in alphabetical order. There's 40. Also, that's where we came in from. So surely this wouldn't be where we go. Because going back to the same place would take you back to camp. Does 40 say anything meaningful or different? They've got us, but I have to find a way. Okay. So if anything, if we're gonna follow the tombstones, maybe we go down this way. If there should be a path, yeah. Okay. All right, so we have gone up. Found you before I found the specter. Okay. So let's see. So the lowest range is here. I'm going to say that this is the middle range. If there's like 3 patches of rocks. One is this corner. Maybe just thinking about that, we went through the door past the low range last time. So maybe what we need to do is go this direction. See if we go up or down from here. L. Okay. We weren't always blurry like that, were we? When we go into the menu. Yeah, I'll take the specters any day over the Ooze skeletons. Okay, can we take this to mean that between tombstones? We're just guessing. Do we hit M? It's L again. Okay, but we just have a lot of rocks down here. Maybe go this way? L still. Alright. So the low numbers. Maybe. L's. Still. Okay. This looks familiar. There's cats. Yeah. We have M, so we need to find Mia. What was the name on 26? M. Archelaus. Okay, so on the low range, we're still in L. M. Ecroy. We just want to see 40. Okay. 29, 30, 31, 40. Yeah, it's still just M. Let's try going this way. And hopefully we're going up. Mavi. Okay. Max. So we're not to MI yet. I mean, there's not a whole lot of logic to where I'm going. But, yeah, we've fortunately been making progress in the direction we want. Matthias. Okay. Because we've still got a little ways to go, depending on how many M names they put in here. Yeah, I've never really figured out the cat directions either to get to the hill. Yeah, more Matthias. Oh. We have N. Number 1. So we went from M to N. That's unfortunate. We can't go back the way we came. Yeah, more N. Don't know if there's any possibility of going down. Yeah, we're back in M. Okay. Just want to find 40. We've got 39 here. Psst, psst, psst. There's 40. Theus Garces. Okay. Yeah, other than, like, I don't like to think that it would skip, but it might go straight from Matthias to N, meaning that Mia's might be somewhere else. So So we're back in L, which is not the correct direction. But I think I've got an idea that up or down may not be specific to each spot. It may just be the direction you're moving. So to do that, we're going to go out the left side. That was a screech. Go here and see if they go up or down. I think that was going down, but I don't know. That was, yeah, these are the high range. That's lower L's. Okay, so going up into the left definitely went down. So if we go down left, we still went down. Okay. Yeah, it may be relative. Did we go up? Yeah, we went up. So let's try to go lower right again. And see if we go up. We did go up. Just need to see 40. Okay. Marlin. Let's see if lower right will consistently go upwards. And it goes all the way to N. Where's our 1? Not in this patch. Huh. Okay. It did go up, but did it go up too much? we're at the upper range here, and I think we're lower than we were before. Maybe. Wishful thinking? Perhaps. N.ifus. Okay, we do have higher alphabet M. Monica. Okay. Let's continue going in our current direction. Okay. I think we're on the right track, gradually going down M. And also we might have killed all of the specters currently in the maze. Mike. Whew, that's close. That's close. Miguel. All right. Michael. Not quite, but we're close, I think. May. Okay. I don't know what my last name is. Hopefully first name's gonna be enough. Okay. $35, perhaps. Yeah, I don't know if Mia Toled is my name or not. All right, well, I'm a bit stumped on that angle as well, so I'm gonna call it a night. We're gonna, you know, close the game. Let's see where it picks up. Maybe it'll put me in the underground. Who knows? But in any case, it's been fun. I wish I figured more out, but I think that's just sometimes going to be the way it goes. That I just don't get it. I don't. But in any case, this game is still cool. It's still fun. I just didn't feel like I was making a whole lot of progress. So we'll put this aside until next time. And as far as tomorrow goes, I am ready in pretty much everything except for putting together a small PowerPoint and a thumbnail for The Detective Is Already Dead. And I will see myself when I get there. Alright, so until next time, bye!